This video showcases footage from a high-resolution security camera. For the best experience, make sure you switch your playback resolution to the highest possible option. This Motorized Zoom bullet camera from Security Cameras Inc. features a 5-megapixel sensor that captures Super HD 3K video at a smooth 30 frames per second. At night, the camera turns on its IR light to beam infrared up to 148 feet away for general detail. It offers a variable 34 to 107 degree field of view with its 2.8 to 12 millimeter motorized lens, and the lens can be controlled from an NVR, the web interface, PC software, and remote viewing app. It has audio line-in and out connectors, so you can hook up one of our security camera mics or speakers for audio recording or two-way talk. The camera also features AI settings, which can be turned on for more accurate human and vehicle detection. You can purchase it with a MicroSD card for standalone onboard recording, or as a local backup when used with an NVR in a complete system. It has an IP67 weather-resistant rating for indoor or outdoor use, supports PoE power up to 600 feet with a compatible SCI NVR and Cat6 cable, and is also plug and play with the SCI line of NVRs. Continue watching to see the camera in action. This camera is a part of our Varifocal or Motorized Zoom Security Cameras Inc. line of cameras, and I'm going to go ahead and open the box with the couple flaps here. And inside of the box there is a drilling template and a quick start guide. So this drilling template will show you where your screw holes will go for the camera, and then this big circle in the middle is where the pigtail actually comes out of the rear of the camera, so you can plan on using that if you're going to run a cable through a hole. And then in the quick start guide, there are some tips and tricks for mounting cameras to various locations, and that will come in handy if you need help with that. Inside of the box, we do have 2 Allen keys. So these Allen keys will be used to actually adjust the screws on the camera to make angle adjustments, or if you need to move the camera. Then it also comes with the screws and anchors to screw the camera into the location where you want to install it at. Again, keep in mind you want to use the drill template to make sure that you're lining the screws up with how you want it to look. And then last but not least, we do have the RJ45 crimped. And then last but not least, we do have the RJ45 weather-resistant grommet that you will use to protect
your pigtail connection on your RJ45 or Ethernet connection if you don't have a way to tuck it into your eave, or if you don't have a junction box to connect and protect the connections inside of. Next, we have the camera in the box. It comes in a bag. So I'm going to remove the foam. And then here I'm just going to cover the different connections that we have on here. So we do have the 12 volt DC connection. That's if you want to power the camera with a 12 volt adapter. And we have our Ethernet. So this would run an Ethernet cable to the back of your NVR, or to a PoE switch, or to your router if you're powering it with a 12 volt DC connection, depending on your specific setup. And then we have a neat alarm input block here. So that's what this green block is. It's an alarm relay. So it has a couple inputs and a couple outputs. And then we have our audio in. It is a red RCA connector. And then last but not least, we have our white RCA out connector. So these are for audio if you want to connect a speaker or microphone, or use our two-way audio kit with this particular camera. So moving the camera from the bag, here is the side profile of the camera. Here is the underneath of the camera. It has a compartment here for a MicroSD card, or for the reset button if you lock yourself out of the camera. And then we have the back of the camera. So this is again where you're going to want to line up your screw template and make sure that you have a clean installation, or you're going to mount this to your junction box. Again, keep in mind that you want to protect these connections as much as possible to avoid any corrosion. And then on the front of the camera, much like all of our other cameras, they will come with a plastic covering here. So you do want to make sure that you peel and remove this plastic covering so that the camera can easily zoom and focus. Like I mentioned, this is a motorized zoom camera, so it can zoom in and out, but it is not a pan tilt zoom camera that can pan to the left, right, up, or down. So it can zoom in and out. It does not have a pan or tilt function. Hopefully this overview gives you a decent look at this bullet motorized zoom camera from Security Cameras Inc.
If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.